morning. Today is a big day because I am getting a puppy. I'm very excited today. We've been up since 7:30. We're meeting at the lady's house at 11. I'll probably give you guys all the deets on like how we got her and all the info about her later. But basically, we've had a dog at home for 14 years, an only child, and he's been the family dog. But today we are getting my dog. It's all mine. I'm taking her up to my apartment with me during this school year. But yeah, so very excited, very nervous about being a dog mom. I'm afraid I'm not responsible enough, but
this is me editing. That sounded so bad. It's literally 1 o'clock in the morning, but just wanted to clarify by me saying I don't think I'm responsible enough. It really means I'm freaking out. But to be assured, I have thought a long time about getting a dog. This was not like a quick decision thing. I definitely know I'm responsible enough. I definitely know I can take care of her for all that she needs. So don't worry, I am responsible enough. I just think I was freaking out a little bit about actually having a dog to take care of. But don't worry, she's great. She loves me. We've bonded. The responsibility is there.
I think so. I've already met her once, so I'm excited to see her again, see how big she's gotten since I saw her the last time. But basically, we're on the road. We just got off the highway, so we're almost there, and I will check in with you guys when we get there. Welcome, Lil B! What are you looking at? What's on the ceiling? That's so interesting. This is B. I've officially announced her name, I guess. It's B-E-A. And this is the little lady. She's so cute. I could cry. Hello. We've made it back home, and and be safe and sound. We made a few pit stops along the way. We stopped at my aunt and uncle's to let them meet her a little bit. And then we stopped at Dairy Queen to get some food, and she got to meet all my old coworkers there. But now she's just really sleeping hard. I think she's exhausted from the really long car ride back. But I'm just gonna let her sleep for a while, and then we'll probably get some more footage later of her playing and all that stuff. But yeah, we're all home, and she's sort of met my dog Kip. I don't think he's very interested in her, but yep, so that's where we are now. And I'll check in with you guys later. Uncle Bubby. She's playing in her pen and there's a thing of water, and Carol goes, "Should we take the water out? She seems like she's excited." I was like, "No, she's fine." 3 seconds later, she spilled the whole water bowl all over the floor, and now she's wet. Wetness.
And she has a little wet paw still. Great.
Yeah, I want to. She's tired.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I think she just started shaking more. See, it's your toy. It's like the same thing. Oh my
This
god.
is your friend.
What pound is that?
What did you say?
What poundage is it?
How much does it weigh?
Yeah. That's huge.
I think it's supposed to be around.
We're getting ice cream. First bark on camera. Girl? I guess you're on the Come on. Yay! Yay! We made it! just wanted to give you a little update on how B is doing at home today. So it's like almost noon, I think, and I'm just sitting on my floor. What is my hair doing? But last night she ended up taking a nap because we went to the Naples Lobster Pound, which is where I work, to see everybody, and it was really late and she was so conked. So then I didn't want her to take naps late because I wanted her to sleep overnight, but it kind of worked out because I don't really get tired or go to bed until midnight. So when she came home, obviously from the naps in the car of a half-hour drive to and from, she was super hyper for a while. So I'm pretty sure I got a lot of clips of her playing last night and running with my brother in the hallway and stuff, but she, was just playing in here with all her toys. I sat in bed for a while and just let her kind of play until I noticed her getting sleepy, and I put her in her crate, and we hadn't really done anything about the crate for the day. I really wanted to try to like get her used to it, like put treats in there and feed her in there or whatever so she liked it, but I actually didn't need it. I'm so lucky, but I put her right in her crate last night. She conked out. That was around midnight. And then she woke me up at 4:45 and I have a pee pad right by the door. So we went, she just went pee and then came back and conked until 10. So and when she woke me up at like 4:45, she only had like these little baby whimpers. So it wasn't even like obnoxious barking or anything. So she's doing so good, and I've been trying today to get her used to her crate a little bit more, but she's not really like into treats. I don't really know. She doesn't really get them, I think. So I tried to put a treat in there and get her in there, but she wouldn't. But I ended up like getting ready and doing my makeup this morning, and she crawled right into her crate and went to sleep, and she's dead knocked out right now for a nap. So I'm really happy that she likes her crate, and I just have the door open so she knows that it's not a trap or anything. So yeah, we had a few accidents this morning, but nothing major, and she's been playing with all of her toys and running around the house. Kipper's still not very fond of her, I think. He's not like barking at her or growling or anything. He just like avoids her at all costs. I think he's still super skeptical about like having a puppy in the house after 14 years of no dogs here. So yeah, that's basically my update about B. We have a few friends coming over to visit today. I think this will be the last day I'll be vlogging, and then tomorrow I go to work. So yeah, we've had a fun almost 24 hours, and I will update you guys later.
You're the aunt.
What time is it? Uncle.
I'm Duncan Trevor.
Uncle. Stop to get ice cream, but not for doggies. We've upgraded to bow status. this is the updated portion of my getting my puppy vlog. So far you guys have seen the process of getting her that day and bringing her home and having her meet some of my friends for the first time, and family, and adjusting to all the things. But now it is August 12th, Monday. So it's been about a week and a few days since we got her, and she's clearly settling in nicely. She loves her mom, but I thought I'd just give you guys an update of how she's doing, like what owning a puppy was like for the first week, and some facts about her and everything about how we got her and all that fun stuff. So I guess we are going to start with, obviously, her name is Bee. I told you guys that in the beginning of the vlog, but I just wanted to make it all official that she knows her name these days, and she likes it, I think. But there's no real rhyme or reason why I named her Bee. When we bought her, I was on my sailing trip. If you haven't seen that vlog, go watch it. We were just literally sitting on the boat, like, trying to kill time, listing off like every possible name that I could ever think of. And I think it was my mom that said Bee, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. So it just kind of stuck, and I thought when I saw her picture, she definitely looked like a bee. So that's her name. Yeah, no real reason why I named her that. We came up with it, and I thought it was super cute, so it fit. So today, Bee is 9 weeks and 3 days. But I got her, the day we got her, she had just turned 8 weeks. It was on Friday that she turned 8 weeks, and that's the day I got her. So she's heading on 10 weeks now, which is absolutely insane. I met her for the first time and when she was probably like 6 weeks maybe. I didn't film any of that, but yeah, I got to go to their house and just meet her real quick, make sure she was the one that I wanted and all that. But she's grown up so much since 6 weeks. She is now about 2 pounds probably. I've tried to put her on the scale and it doesn't really detect her at all. But yeah, I think she's about 2 pounds. That's kind of what it says. When I first met her, she was about a pound and a half, so she's grown up just a little bit since then. Bee is a shih-poo, which is a shih tzu and a poodle mix. She's female, obviously, but shih-poos are perfect for my family and my like living situations because my dad is very allergic to everything. He's allergic to bunnies, cats, dogs, gerbils, hamsters, anything with fur, anything that sheds, anything that, you know, lets off dander. So it was really important to all of us that I got a dog that was also hypoallergenic, so that when I come home from college, it's not a problem for him. And obviously she's living here this summer while I'm here, so it was very important that she didn't shed and was hypoallergenic. So shih-poos are definitely hypoallergenic. Both of those breeds separately are hypoallergenic, so that's perfect for us. So I guess I'll give you guys kind of the rundown of how we got her. It's really not the longest story ever. So basically, for a while I really wanted to rescue a dog, but because of the hypoallergenic thing, it's so hard to find hypoallergenic dogs, small dogs too, in shelters. They're just really hard to find. They don't come very often. A lot of the smaller breeds, which I wanted a smaller dog because my apartment's so small, I didn't want a giant dog running around my apartment. Yeah, most of the smaller breeds that come in to shelters are like Pomeranians or like Chihuahuas especially, and like both those are definitely not hypoallergenic. So needing a smaller dog, which is first of all harder to find in shelters because they get snatched up so quick, and finding something hypoallergenic was just nearly impossible because almost all the time they're mixes too, and you just don't know, and we need to be very safe with that for my dad's sake. So at first I wanted to rescue, but then I was like, it's probably just better in my situation that we get a puppy. So then I started joining all kinds of pages on Facebook, like rehoming dogs or whatever in my state. So my plan was to try and find like a Yorkie or something of that sort that like somebody just needed to rehome, like I can't take care of anymore, like free to a new home, or like $100 to a new home, and like, or you know, somebody passed away and can't take care of their dog anymore, or whatever. I was hoping to find a situation like that so that they weren't puppy, but that I could like, you know, take care of a good dog. That was gonna take a really long time, you know, to find, which I was willing to wait. But also in these Facebook pages, people were posting, you know, breeders and like puppies for sale and stuff too. So I kind of, you know, watched onto some, but they're also so expensive. Like 2 mixed or just a purebred dog are really freaking expensive, like well over $1,000, and I was not about to spend that much money. Also, my parents were very, very kind and decided that the puppy would be my birthday present this year, but that I would have to pay for some of it. So yeah, we weren't about to spend $1,000 on a dog. But while I was on my sailing trip, I happened to be scrolling through Facebook, and this lady posted that her shih-poo puppies had just been born, or not just been born, but they were a few weeks old and they were ready to go home in a few weeks, so she was putting them up. And they weren't that expensive, which was really nice. She just sounded like such a great lady, and that she was a certified breeder, so it was perfect. And so we messaged her the next morning and asked her if any puppies were still available, and I had pick up the litter. No one had messaged her at all about getting any puppies, so I got to pick whichever one I wanted, and I picked her. Mainly I picked her because of the way her coloring is. She looks like a little panda, and I just thought that was so cute. And I also really wanted a female because my dog that we have now is 14 and a boy, and he's very protective, and he's been an only child his entire life. So I definitely wanted a female because he does better with them, for his sake, bringing a puppy into the new home and whatever. So yep, I ended up picking her from the litter, and we put a deposit on her that night just because it was all perfect. So that's how we ended up getting her. Wasn't too complicated, but very blessed that she came in my life right when it was needed, and you know, like the breeder was all right there and all that stuff. So next thing I want to talk about are some of her favorite things that I've discovered. In the first part of this vlog, a lot of the footage you saw was her sleeping or just chilling out, but it's like that day that we got her, she's so different now. I think she was just super nervous and, like, you know, a little anxious and just freaked out from all of the traveling. I mean, we traveled 2 hours that day, plus we stopped at like 2 or 3 places on the way home. That night I brought her to work, which was probably a little overwhelming, so she hadn't really cracked her shell until a few days later. But since then, I've come to find out some of her favorite things are looking at herself in the mirror. Every night I let her play on my floor while I get ready for bed. She sits at the base of my mirror, which is 6 feet tall, but it's off the floor enough that she can't see herself when she's just sitting. So she sits at the bottom of my mirror and cries because she can't see herself, and she tries to jump up and see herself in the mirror, which is so cute. And then when I pick her up and set her on my lap to see herself, she jumps at the mirror. It's really funny. Another one of her favorite things is chewing. If you can't see what she's doing right now, she's chewing on my finger. Like all puppies, she likes to chew. She so far has chewed on my phone charger, my phone, my pop socket, my Apple TV remote, bricks, all of the furniture, including the couch, the gates we have, baby gates we have up, her crate, obviously all of her toys, her stand for her food and water dish. Yeah, you get the point. She chews on everything. She also likes chewing on leaves and grass and moss and dirt outside, which is a good time. She also eats her own poop. Another thing she really likes is to snuggle. She's not one to like sit in me and snuggle, but when she falls asleep, she will upside down in my lap, which is so cute. She just likes to be right close to Mom. Another thing she's come to learn to love is treats. Obviously, most dogs do. She didn't really get treats at first. I tried to train her with them, and she just didn't really understand why they were a thing. She also couldn't eat them because they were so big, even though I got like the smallest dog treats I could find. So since then, she has learned that treats are a very yummy thing. So she hears the bag, she starts freaking out and getting excited. Huh? You get excited over treats? Yeah. So far, she has learned to sit, come, and her name. So every time I say beep, beep, she knows, she hears me. She knows that's her name. A lot of the time we go outside and play without a leash, so I say be come, she comes right over, and she's quickly learned to sit. we're working on lie down and high five. She has pretty well, but still a work in progress, obviously. She's still very young. She doesn't need to necessarily know all these things, but it's nice to at least have come and sit so that I know that if she tries to run away, I can call her and she'll come. What are some things that you hate? B hates baths. The first day, or the second day I got her, yeah, it was the second day, I gave her a bath. She shivered and cried and yeah, she really just doesn't understand leashes at all. She really doesn't get leashes. I don't think she understands walks really. She just kind of sits and does her own thing. So leashes will definitely be a process. Yeah, she's learning quickly. She also loves giving face kisses. If you can't tell, this is how she wakes me up every day. In her crate, she cries until I take her out and then she attacks me with kisses. She has the hiccups. On to my other dog and her bonding. So Kipper is our 14-year-old dog who's been an only child since we got him when I was 7. And he's had king of the house and he loves my mom. He's attached to her. So when we brought this little girl in, he was like, what the heck is another dog doing in my house? So far, he has sniffed her quite a bit. He at first wouldn't really want anything to do with her and would just avoid her at all costs. Since then, he goes up to her cage and sniffs. If she's not in her little playpen, and it's open, he goes and sniffs all her toys, sniffs her bed, which is good progress. He let her sleep on the same couch as him, but not even close to him or he was getting mad. You know, farther away, but let her get up there and all that stuff. This morning, I held both of them in either arms and he was okay. But he still, if we put her down and let her go after him, which she wants to play with him so bad, he just runs away. Like, he's absolutely terrified of her. So that one's definitely work in progress, but hopefully soon enough they'll be BFFs, which is what I hope for. But he's also an old dog, so I don't want to push him, and I also want him to, you know, be able to do his own thing, and if he doesn't like her, then that's okay. Plus, we're moving in about 2 weeks, so he won't have to see her every single day like normal. So B's sleeping patterns. Basically, she's been the best dog ever. I read so many things about how they'd keep you up all night, or every 2 to 3 hours you have to be taking them out, and you know, sleep is very important to me, as like any other teenage, college, young adult person. But she is so good with sleep. She goes to bed when I go to bed, which is around midnight, which seems really late for a dog, but like if she's on the same sleep schedule as me, that's perfect. So she plays until I go to bed, and then when she gets tired, she lets me know, and I put her in her crate, and she goes to bed. And then she will, normally, it varies. Sometimes she'll wake me up in the middle of the morning, you know, like 3 or 4 a.m., goes pee, and then goes right back to bed. Sometimes she wakes me up at that time, goes pee, and then cries for a while until she goes back to bed. Or, you know, like most times, she'll just sleep through the night and get me up around 9 and just be ready to start the day, which, you know, out of all circumstances, it's probably the best. I really don't mind. Also, my mom is a blessing in disguise. She has told me that if I ever wanted or needed to sleep in, you know, for whatever reason, that I've been working a lot or just really am exhausted, that she'll take me for the morning and I can sleep a little bit longer. But for the most part, I get up with her like once a night, and then she gets up in the morning when she decides to. But other than that, it's absolutely so great that she's so good. Yeah, basically, that's everything you probably need to know about my little pupper here. She's very excited to be in the rest of the vlogs. Soon, in 2 weeks, like I said, we're going to be moving back to my apartment in College Town, and we'll be getting adjusted to my class schedule and my clinicals and all of that, so it's going to be interesting to see how she transitions to that and whatever. But I have the best friends who have offered to, you know, babysit, and she loves all my friends so far. She loves meeting people. She'll definitely be in vlogs to come. I hope you guys follow my journey with her. She's with me for the next 15 years, which seems absolutely insane, if not longer. So she'll probably be with me when I'm married and have kids, which is really, really creepy to think about, but she's definitely a lifelong decision, and I'm so thankful that I decided to do it because she's my best friend, and We're gonna be pals for life, huh?
I love you.
But, yep, so that's basically it. I hope you guys liked the video. B hopes you liked the video, and she also says, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you wish. There's definitely some more fun vlogs to come. I've had a lot of travel vlogs this summer, I know. But at least it's something. We're trying to find more content so that I can post more regularly, but it's also the life of a college student that doesn't have a super popular channel yet, so we're definitely working on it. But B says, we'll see you later, and peace out until the next time. Bye!